come to a comfortable seat, whatever that means to you. If you're used to crossing your legs, go ahead and stack them so one is in front of the other, whichever is more comfortable. Your knees pop up, no big deal. If you don't want your knees to pop up, you can just move your foot out in front a little more. That might help it. Made mine worse, so I don't know what to tell you. Excuse me. So when you're in that comfortable seat, you can go ahead and close your eyes or lower your gaze. Your hands can be placed on your knees if that's comfortable for you. You can place them palms up for more energy, palms down to keep grounded if you'd like. We're going to start by pulling that string that comes out of the top of our head nice and tall. Feel the space opening in the back of the neck through the shoulder blades down to the tailbone. Take a minute to do a little micro tuck and tilt. I never remember tilt. Tuck and tilt of your pelvis here. Just a micro one. You can challenge yourself and see if you can keep your knees steady as you try to tilt your pelvis. And once you've settled in somewhere in between that tuck and tilt, a nice neutral pelvis, really feel those sit bones root down into the ground. Raising that spine up nice and tall. I'm going to start by acknowledging we have a body. It's my favorite new way to start yoga. You can go ahead and give yourself a nice little gentle brush on your arms, on your legs, on your hands, maybe a little hug across the chest. Just acknowledge your body here. And when you've had enough of that, you can come to stillness. You can start by focusing in on the breath. You don't have to change or judge your breath, just see where it's at right now. Is your breath, are you breathing into your chest? Maybe your lungs, maybe all the way down to the diaphragm. While you're watching that breath go in through the nostrils, down the back of the throat, into the chest, down as far as you're comfortable. See if you can't send that breath to some place that's maybe a little bit more sore or stuck. See if we can gently breathe here with stillness in our minds, not thinking about what we did today or what we're going to have after here. What we're going to do after this, what we're going to have for dinner, what we had for dinner. See if you can be here in this moment, listening to your breath, listening to any sounds you might hear, paying attention to the way the mat feels underneath your legs and your bum, the way the fabric feels touching your body. While you're sitting here breathing with your mind in stillness and your eyes closed or your gaze lowered, make little circles in the chin, just drawing circles on a wall in front of you with your chin. About 5 circles in either direction. When your neck is ready to come to stillness, just gently tilt it ear to shoulder, eyes still closed or gaze lowered. Just nice quiet movements, moving the head and tilting the head in either direction, ear reaching towards shoulder, shoulder reaching away from ear. No need to involve your arms yet. Sit here, gently rocking the neck back and forth. Maybe 5 rocks. I'm on 3, I think. When you've had enough of that, you can bring your neck to stillness. We'll do gently bringing that chin towards your chest, keeping that spine nice and long, feeling space in the back of the neck here. And then we'll gently lift the chin up into the air, no crunching in the neck, no reaching with the chin, just lifting it up. And then back down to the chest. And up into the air. About 5 of these. You're on your last chin in the air, you can leave it there for a few seconds. You can come to a neutral neck. And continue to breathe. Just incorporate gentle shoulder circles, shrugging those shoulders up, moving them, melting them down the back, and then forward. Your elbows can be limp at your sides. Make sure you go forward and backwards. Big circles in both directions. And when you've had enough of that, you can come to a nice gentle stillness. Check in with your back, check in with your spine, check in between your two shoulder blades. Lift that string between your head nice and long. Take a moment and a breath. You can give yourself an intention if you'd like. Here you finish the crossing of your legs. With your eyes closed, you can gently open them and we'll just lift our arms into the air and then stretch to one side, placing that one arm onto the mat, reaching the other arm overhead, thumb faces towards the back wall, sit bones press into the ground, nice and rooted, stretching from those intercostal muscles on your ribs, stretching from your upper arm, reaching into the sky. For your next exhale, we'll go ahead and fold forward from here. Just nice, gentle fold. It can be rounded in your back. Just whatever's nice and comfortable. No straining the neck. Then we'll just gently roll onto the other side, placing that opposite hand on the mat and reaching the opposite arm overhead. If you'd like a little more space in the sides, you can always come down to that elbow. Make sure your sit bone stays planted to the mat and you're reaching, stretching out those intercostal muscles. Thumb is pointed to the back of the room. Oh, hello, my darling. I'm anything to destroy. Oh, thank you. You looking for something to destroy? No. From here, we'll come back to center. Keep that back up in the air. We'll take our right hand to the left knee and gently twist to one side. If you'd like, you can place your hand onto the mat on the outside of the arm and reach the other arm in the air. It feels funny, feels silly. Your next exhale, we'll come back to center and we'll gently stretch to the other side, or sorry, twist to the other side. On your next exhale, we can come back to center. Start by rolling out the wrists, making circles either direction with both wrists. And then you can interlace your fingers and kind of do like a weird twisty thing with make sure you go both directions like that. I can feel how dry my knuckles are now. All right, when you've had enough of that, you can shake that out. We'll make nice big arm stretches in either direction. Make sure that wrist is coming straight out from the shoulder. You can bring your fingers straight if your arms or if your wrists don't quite flex. You can bend your fingers like I do or make fists. And we'll just do some gentle rotations in the shoulders. You can hear your shoulders crunching. You can make slightly smaller rotations if you like hearing your shoulders crunch. You can make bigger rotations. When you're ready, we'll bring those arms up above us. Bend one elbow down. Press that hand on top. Press the other hand on top. I have no words today. From here, we'll bring that arm out front for a nice finish. Shrug that shoulder down away from your ear. Pull your hand in the opposite direction of your shoulder. You can release your hand, make that nice big T again. Do some external and internal rotations in the shoulders. If you want to isolate that movement, keep your shoulders still and move just your wrists, you can. I guess just your forearms on. This time we'll bring the arms up again, opposite arm bends, pressing it gently with the hand. Other hand. Okay. Reaching that arm across to stretch out your upper arm, shrugging that shoulder away from your ear. Reaching your fingertips away from your shoulder. And give your shoulder a little massage if you'd like. Release your hands down, give your arms a little shake. We'll come out to the sides again. This time we'll cartoon cactus our arms. Make fists. We'll do our robot arms. Let's just rotate and rotate and rotate. I have a horrible pain right here when I rotate. Okay. And rotate and rotate and rotate. And when you had enough of that, release your arms. Give them a nice, good shake out. We're going to extend the feet out in front of us. What I am working on today is not being vain about my move. So I want to get deep into my move as possible. Yeah, look how good I look. Oh, I'm not actually stretching the thing that needs to be stretched because I want to be in the perfect form. Okay, cool. So we're going to start with our forward fold, but we're going to bend the knees as much as you're comfortable with. If you have blocks, you can put blocks under your knees. It is not required. We're just going to make that nice tall spine, bring that string up into the air, and then fold forward without rounding in the back, meeting the chest to the thighs, grabbing onto your shins, ankles, or feet. Whatever you need to do. You feel like you can lessen the bend in your legs a little bit. Oh, see, look how I rounded. Bring that up. It's nice forward folding. Feeling that tailbone reaching out. Feeling the back of the thighs stretching. When you're ready, you can round in the back, release everything down. Release your knees to the mat. You can give them a little kick back and forth. And then we will meet in a wonderful tabletop pose to the front of your mat. Knees underneath your hips. Wrists underneath your elbows, underneath your shoulders. Come to a nice neutral spine here. And we'll start just by rocking back and forth. Nice, gentle rock on the neutral spine. Really just moving in the knees and the wrist here. And then you're ready. When you're ready, we'll come to stillness. Put a little shake in your hip. You have a block. You can place it in your knee. If you don't, you can use the ball or just the book, or just keep your leg engaged. Keep your hamstring engaged. Keep your leg at that 90-degree angle. And then you're like me and you want to put all your weight onto one side, you can put a block on your back while you lift that leg for 5 lifts. And on your 5th, we'll leave that foot at the top and we'll just do 5 little pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can elongate that leg, let that block drop behind you. Re-square your hips, keep that leg nice and straight out behind you. And we'll drop it down and lift it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift that leg up, do 5 pulses here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend that knee again, nice and tight. Kick that bum. Kick that bum. And then we'll bring that knee back to the mat. Other side, you can grab a block or just keep your hamstring engaged at a nice 90-degree angle. I am not at all straight. There we go. And when you're ready, you can lift that leg 5 times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On that last time at the top, you can do 5 little pulses. 1, 2, 3, 5. And then straighten out that leg, drop that block. We'll point the toe if you'd like. We'll do 5 dropping and lifting of the leg here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then at the top, we'll do 5 pulses here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll bring that leg back down. Give your hips a little shake. Before we do anything else, I want to stretch the front of the thighs. So go ahead and walk your hands back. And we'll lift up into this position. If you're happy here, you can stay. Yay. You'd like, you can push your hips out forward and bring your chest into the air, really arch in your back here. If you're feeling a stretch more in your back than you are in the front of your thighs, you can go ahead and grab some blocks or grab the back of your feet, come up on your tippy toes and grab the backs of your feet and see if you can't transfer that stretch into the front of the thighs here. Opening up that psoas muscle. Again, if you feel it too much in your back, come out of that back bend, but keep that pelvis pushed forward. And then you've had enough of that. You can come back to that tabletop pose. Give your hips a little shake out back and forth. We'll come into our cat cow. Starting with cat. No, I'm sorry, starting with cow, we'll drop that udder down, shine that chest forward. When you're shining that chest forward, see if you can't use your fingertips gripping into the mat to maybe pull that chest forward between your shoulders. Release any lower abdominal muscles here. You breathe into the whole belly. On your next exhale, we'll go ahead and tuck the toes under. Pull that belly button into the spine. Engage those lower abdominals. Push the back out of the shoulder girdle. Option to come up on tented fingertips here. Neck is relaxed. Option to push the bum back to really stretch into that low spine, into that sacrum. Just take a few breaths in this really exaggerated cat. On your next inhale, come back to the tops of the feet. Come into cow pose. Exhaling for cat. Inhaling for cow. Exhaling for cat. Please come back. Inhaling for cow. And continue this movement at your own pace, your own breath. Linking the breath to the movement. Add some C curves in your spine. Work on moving just the waist to the left or the right. When you're ready to come back to stillness, we'll meet in a neutral tabletop. Don't. I know, you're so terrible. Meeting in a neutral tabletop. The dogs are barking, they're very distracted. Cat, cow, neutral tabletop, spine long. Tuck those toes under, and we'll go ahead and press back up into downward facing dog. Your feet can be a hips width distance or wider here, and you can start by just pedaling out the feet. On your next inhale, I'll lift the heels into the air nice and high, and then exhale to bring them back and back. Give your hips a little shake here. Your next exhale will roll forward to a plank pose. Adjust yourself any way you need to in plank. And then exhale, press back to a downward facing dog. And now we're going to take the right foot and bring it next to the left. We're going to take the left foot and cross it behind the right and untwist your legs, lift that arm in the air and come into a nice wild child rock star pose. On your next exhale, we'll come back down to the mat, come back into your down dog. Bringing the opposite foot over to this foot, crossing your legs behind and reaching your arm out in front of you as you twist your hips into the air. On your next exhale, you can come back down to your downward facing dog. Nice deep breath here. We're gonna walk forward, so you're in a forward fold at the front of the mat. Go ahead and nod your head yes. You can shake your head no. You can move your head I don't know. Let go of any tension in your jaw or glutes. Make sure you're not falling into the arches of your feet. Your knees can be bent as much or as little as possible. If you're feeling any sort of intense pain when you straighten your legs, you can always deeply bend them. Maybe it'll feel nicer to fold forward. Ready, you can place your hands on your shins and come into a nice long flat back, maybe straightening out your legs a little more. On your exhale, you can fold forward again, maybe a little bit deeper this time, maybe not. Ready, we'll gently roll up to stand, placing each vertebrae on top of the previous. Go ahead and heel toe your feet so your stance is a little bit wider, maybe the width of the mat. If that's too wide for you, you can come back in a little bit. And a soft bend in the knee. Go ahead and tuck your pelvis in so that your sacrum is nice and long. Your belly is open like a dog. And your arms are relaxed at your sides. Take a few breaths here in this nice, soft position. A quick body scan, see if there's anything that maybe needs a little bit more love, a little bit more attention, and focus in on that. From here, keeping that soft bend in the knee and keeping a nice relaxed stance, can you move the hips in your hip circles? You can start with the diamonds if you'd like. When you've gone a few one way, you can try the other way. When you're ready to come back to stillness, we can. Tucking that pelvis under, nice long sacrum, nice long spine, pulling up from the top of the head, loose arms, loose shoulders. Practice leaning forward on your toes and maybe leaning back on the feet, really feeling all four corners of the feet here. This time, bend your knees a little deeper and see if you can make your hip circles extremely large, comically large. If you look at your screen, all you see is my butt coming right at you. Make sure you go both directions. Just notice your circles here. Are they much rounder in the back, maybe shallower in the front? Is there a side you can't quite make a circle and it always ends up a straight line? Because I got one of those. If you feel like you've made nice big circles with in both directions, you can come back to stillness again. Standing in our nice open stance, feeling a soft tuck of the sacrum, nice long back. We're going to make those gentle fists with our hands and just start by giving yourself a little pound on each fist, waking up all that energy. It's just at the skin surface. Do your whole arm, each arm. Come into your chest, shoulders, down the sides of the body. Do some nice extra gentle punches on the side seams of where your pants would be. All the way down to the feet. And then the inseam all the way up to the pelvis. Give your psoas muscle a nice punch here. Punching those lymph nodes. Yourself all cleaned out. Come back to the gluteus. Give yourself some nice punches there. Get the rest of the front of the legs and the tops of the feet. The back of the legs. Do your kidneys with open fists. Then one last thing before we go into our flow. We'll just sit here with our nice open belly. Just use your hands to give yourself a nice gentle massage on your belly. Tell your belly that you love it and that it does so many things for you and holds all your organs. Maybe you're not always as nice to it as you should be. And if you are nice to your belly, you are awesome. Give yourself a belly massage in both directions. And when you're ready, we'll relax those arms down, heel toe those feet in so they're about hips width distance apart. Really come up into those arches, standing in mountain pose, lifting through the arms, tucking those ribs in, really reaching those arms up into the air here, feeling that chest pull forward. Nice deep inhale. We're going to exhale to fold forward. Inhale, hands on shins, nice long flat back. Exhale, fold forward, plant your hands, step back to plank pose. Go through your vinyasa, lower your knees, chest and chin to the mat. Inhale for a low cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, pressing back to downward. One breath in downward facing dog. On your next exhale, you can hop or step forward. So you're in a forward fold at the front of the mat. Inhale to place your hands on your shins, nice long flat back. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale to gently roll up to stand. Standing in mountain pose. Breathing in here. Again, if there's anything sore you want to give a little massage to, maybe walk your fingers down those out seams of where your pants would be. I'm just telling you where all my pain is. You can massage any part of yourself that hurts. All right, standing in our mountain pose, we're gonna reach those arms up into the air, tuck those ribs back in, reach that chest forward and those arms back in space. Inhale here, nice big inhale. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, hands on shins, nice long flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, plank pose. Go through your vinyasa, lower your knees, chest and chin to the mat. Inhale for a low cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale to press back to down dog. Take one breath in downward facing dog, reaching those heels towards the floor. On your next exhale, you can hop, 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 or step, step forward. So you're in a forward fold at the front of the mat. On your next inhale, you can place your hands on your shins for a nice long flat back. Exhale to melt forward into your forward fold. And inhale to gently roll up to stand. Standing in mountain pose at the front of the mat. Inhaling the arms into the air, Urdhva Hastasana. Tucking those ribs back, pulling that. You're holding a beach ball, pulling that beach ball back behind you a little bit, and bringing that chest forward in space. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, hands on shins, nice long flat back. Exhale to fold forward, plant your hands, step back, plank pose. Go through your vinyasa, you can lower your knees, chest and chin to the mat, come up for a low cobra or upward facing dog, and exhale back to a down dog. Breathing one breath in down dog. On your next exhale, you can hop or step forward, step forward, turn forward, fold at the front of the mat. From here, you can place your hands on your shins, nice long flat back. Exhale to fold forward. And inhale to gently roll up to stand. Standing in your mountain pose. Nice deep inhale, nice big exhale. From here, we're going to inhale the arms up in the air, Urdhva Hastasana. Again, hold that ball back behind you like you're about to throw it, but do not bend your arm. Oh, actually, let's do that. Bend your arms. That hurt me so bad. All right. Got a ball behind your back, bend your arms. Really bring those elbows behind your ears. Reaching behind your ears, sorry. One of my arms works, the other one doesn't. All right. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, from here we'll come back to Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale to fold forward. We're in a forward fold at the front of the mat. Inhale, hands on shins, nice long flat back. Exhale to fold forward, plant your hands, step back to a plank pose. From here, you can lower your knees, chest, and chin to the mat. Inhale for a low cobra, upward facing dog. Press back to down dog. One breath in down dog. On your next exhale, you can hop or step forward. Turn a forward fold at the front of the mat. From here, you can place your hands on your shins for a nice long flat back. And exhale to fold forward. On your next inhale, you can gently roll up to a standing position, placing each vertebrae on top of the previous. Go ahead and shake your knees out. We'll do one more like that. All right. Standing in mountain pose at the front of the mat, lifting those arms into the air, tucking those ribs back, pulling those arms back in space, bringing your chest forward like it's on a hook. Ribs back, chest forward, arms back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hands on shins, nice long flat back. Exhale, fold forward, plant your hands, step back to a plank pose. Lower your knees, chest and chin to the mat. Inhale for a low cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, back to a down dog. Take one breath in down dog. On your next exhale, you can hop or step forward. Turn a forward fold at the front of the mat. On your next inhale, you can place your hands on your shins for a nice long flat back. Exhale to fold forward. And inhale to gently roll up to stand. Give yourself a nice little kick out before we come to our flow. We'll start our flow with chair pose. So if you'd like your feet together, you certainly can have them together. We're going to start in chair pose adaptation. So if you'd like your feet apart, then we certainly have them apart. So standing in mountain pose, let's lift those hands into the air for Urdhva Hastasana. From here, we're just going to bend the knees and bring the butt down. Our natural instinct is duck butt, but we want to keep that butt round. Arms, you can do whatever you want with them right now. You can use them on your legs to support yourself if you'd like. You can put them on the ground if you really want to go down low. But if your thighs up here are activated and burning, then you are in a good pose. That's all I ask for this first round. From here, we're going to fold forward, plant your hands, step back, plank pose. Lower your knees, chest and chin to the mat. Inhale for a low cobra, upward facing dog. Exhaling and coming back to a down dog. From here, we're going to bend that right leg, bring it into a three-legged dog. Bend that knee so that heel reaches towards the bum and open up the hips. Take a nice deep breath with your hips open. See if you were keeping equal weight in both hands here. On your next exhale, we're going to bring that leg up. Help it if it needs to. And we're going to come into our low lunge. We want this low lunge to be nice and sturdy. We want this front knee to be nice and in a 90-degree angle. So we're going to bring that back leg down. So both legs are in a 90-degree angle here. If you want blocks, you can reach for them. We're just going to lift our chest up into the air. Nice gentle stretch here. Can you make your feet so they are on, railroad tracks? In a nice straight line coming out of your hips, both of them. From here, if you'd like to sink forward into that front knee and stretch out that psoas as you can. If you're stretching it more, that knee nice and at that right angle, just upright, it might actually stretch more that way. You can do that. Give it a gentle massage. You can also have your arms in the air, pulling your chest forward. All right, we're going to frame the front foot. Tuck those back toes under. We're just going to kick that heel out so we can come into a nice runner stretch. Reaching that forehead towards the shin. Hands can be on the mat, on blocks, whatever you like, but feeling the stretch behind your thigh. Give yourself a gentle massage there if you'd like. You can have a really deep bend in this front knee if that's comfortable for you. You can move that bum back towards the heel and really stretch into that front leg. Then we'll drag that front leg back to meet the back. Press ourselves back into downward facing dog. Rolling forward to plank. Lowering your knees, chest, and chin to the mat. Inhaling for a low cobra or upward facing dog. And pressing back to down dog. Nice deep breath in down dog. We're going to lift the left leg into the air, three-legged dog. Bend that knee, bring that heel towards the bum, open the knee into the air. Take a nice deep breath here. On your exhale, bring that foot to your hand, help it if you need to. Come into a nice sturdy low lunge. Remember your feet are on railroad tracks. We're going to bring this front knee down. Top of the foot goes onto the mat, nice right angle in both feet. From here, you can walk your fingers up. Your hands can be on this front knee. You can bring your chest back to stretch this front psoas muscle. If you're not feeling a nice stretch here, you can always come forward. Stay right here. You feel like your legs are in a nice railroad track and you can lift your arms into the air and stay balanced, please do. Your next exhale, frame that front foot again. We're gonna tuck those back toes under, bring this heel forward and come into a runner's stretch. Imagine this left hip is going backwards in space. This knee can be nice and bent. Feeling stretch in the back of the leg here. Like a little deeper stretch, you can go ahead and lower that heel or that hip towards your heel. Come back up to our, I don't know, what do you want to call this? Windmill. Bring that leg back so we're in a nice sturdy tabletop. Then we'll press back into our downward facing dog. Give your hips a little shake out here. We'll roll forward to plank. Lower your knees, chest and chin to the mat. Inhale for a low cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale back to a down dog. You can take 3 breaths in down dog or child's pose, whatever you feel most comfortable in. On your next inhale, you can hop or step forward. Nice exhale, right? So you're in a forward fold at the front of the mat. On your next inhale, we'll gently roll up to a standing pose. All right, standing in mountain pose at the front of the mat. Inhaling the arms up into the air for Urdhva Hastasana. Exhaling, bending the knee, rounding in the back, this time bringing those arms out front. If you can rest your belly on your legs, you can. But the whole time. Exhale to fold forward. Plant your hands and we'll step back to a plank pose. Lowering your knees, Chest and chin to the mat. Inhaling for a low cobra, upward facing dog. Pressing back to a down dog. From here, we're gonna lift that right leg into the air, three-legged dog. Try to kick your bum with your heel. Swing that foot forward, help it if you need to. Want to get in that nice, sturdy, low lunge. That's nice. Okay. Paying attention. Go ahead and rotate that back heel down. Nice, sturdy right angle in this front leg. We're going to rotate the arms up and come into our warrior one. Our hips are square towards the front of the room. Arms are extended up into the air. On your next exhale, you can interlace your hands back behind you and bring your shoulder to your knee for your humble warrior. On your next inhale, we'll come all the way up to warrior one again. Exhale, frame that front foot, kick that front foot back to meet the back, downward facing dog. Rolling forward to plank. Go through your vinyasa or lower your knees, chest, and chin to the mat. Inhale for a low cobra, upward facing dog. And exhale, pressing back to down dog. Lifting that left leg into the air, three-legged dog. Bending that knee, kicking the bum with the heel. We'll swing that foot forward in space. Help it if you need to. Come into a nice, sturdy, low lunge and rotate that back heel down. When you're ready, lift those arms into the air and come into your warrior one on this side. Hips are square towards the front of the room. Front leg is in a 90-degree angle. All right, inhale those arms up. When you're ready, you can interlace your hands behind your back, other thumb on top this time, and bring the shoulder down to the knee. On your next inhale, bring the arms into the air for warrior one, and exhale down to frame that front foot. Kick that front foot back to meet the back, downward facing dog. From here, roll forward to plank pose. Lower your knees, chest and chin to the mat, inhaling for a low cobra or upward facing dog. Pressing back to down. 3 breaths in down dog or child's pose, whichever you find most restful. On your next exhale, you can hop or step up forward to a forward fold at the front of the mat. And when you're ready, you can gently roll up to a standing pose. All right, standing mountain pose at the front of the mat. Let's lift the arms up for Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, come into chair pose. This time we're going to come into a chair pose twist. Doesn't matter where your feet are, doesn't matter where your knees are. All that matters is you've got that nice round bum with your sacrum. No duck butt. On the next inhale, you can come back to center. Exhale, twisting to the other side. On your next inhale, you can come forward and then fold down. Place your hands and step back for plank pose. You can lower your knees, chest and chin to the mat. Inhale for a low cobra, upward facing dog. Press back to a down dog. From here, we'll lift that right leg into the air, three-legged dog. Bend that knee, bring that heel towards the bone. Exhale, bring that foot forward for your low lunge. From here, we're going to rotate that back heel down. We're going to windmill the arms up. So we're in a warrior two. The hips can be open out to the side of the mat. Bring your palm forward and then back to reverse your warrior. Give that knee a break and come forward and down for triangle. And here you can bend that front knee and swap the forearm to the thigh for side angle pose. Reaching your arm over top. On your next exhale, let's bring your hands windmill them down. So you're in a wide-legged forward fold at the side of the mat. We're going to heel toe the feet in a little bit. And we're going to come into a nice wide-legged squat. As wide as you want your legs to be. And while you're in this wide-legged squat, think about how this could so easily be chair pose. When you're ready, let's push that bum into the air. Let's come back to our down dog on the mat. Rolling forward to plank. Lowering the knees, chest and chin to the mat. Inhaling for a low cobra or upward facing dog. And exhaling to press back to down dog. Take a deep breath in down dog. We'll lift that left leg into the air, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, kick your bum. Swing that foot forward, help it if you need to. Coming into your nice sturdy low lunge here, we're going to rotate that back heel down. And windmill the arms up, so we're in a warrior two. Hips are open to the side of the room. From here, we'll bring that arm forward, palm up, come back to reverse your warrior. Give that knee a break, we'll come forward and down for triangle pose. You open that front knee, bring the forearm to the thigh for side angle pose. From here, we'll go ahead and windmill our arms down. So in our wide-legged forward fold again. Walk your fingertips back behind you. Give yourself a nice deeper stretch. This time we'll heel toe our feet together as narrow as possible and still get in the stretch. You can get into Malasana and like put your feet together. Awesome. I cannot. So we're just gonna bring our hands down and our feet out for a nice little half Malasana stretch. When you're ready, we'll push that bum into the air, come back into your downward facing dog, rolling forward to plank pose, lowering your knees, chest and chin to the mat, inhaling for a low cobra, upward facing dog, and pressing back to down dog. 3 breaths in downward facing dog or child's pose, whichever you prefer. Your next exhale, you can hop or step forward, forward fold at the front of the mat. Inhaling up. Standing position. Standing in mountain pose. I'm going to take a drink of water real quick. All right. Give your knees a shake out. Give your hips a little shake out. Then we will release the arms to the side. Lift the arms into the air for Urdhva Hastasana. This time, bend your knees. Bring that butt down. Bring your arms out. Best chair pose you've got. Boom. No duck butt. And when you're ready, exhale to fold forward, plant the hands, step back to your plank pose. Lower your knees, chest and chin. Inhale for a low cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale to press back to a down dog. On your next inhale, we'll lift that right leg into the air, 3-leg dog. Bend your knees, swing that foot forward, help it if you need to. Nice deep bend in that front leg. We're going to rotate that back heel down. We're going to bring the arms up into a warrior 2. From here, we'll reverse the warrior. Oh, sorry, keep that bend in that front knee. Then you can release the knee and come into triangle pose. From triangle, we can come back up into side angle, reaching over. With your arm to support you, get a nice right angle in that front knee. We'll rotate our arms down to meet that, kick that front foot back to meet the back, downward facing dog. Give a little shake in your hips. You can roll forward to plank, go through your vinyasa or lower your knees, chest and chin to the mat. Inhale for a low cobra or upward facing dog, and press back to down dog. From here, we'll lift that left leg into the air, 3-legged dog. Bend your knee, make that heel kiss your bum, and swing that foot forward. Help it if you need to. From here, we'll rotate that back heel down. Windmill your arms up into your warrior 2. Come to reverse your warrior. Give your knee a rest and come down into triangle. Then bend that knee nice and right angle. Come into your side angle pose. Really reaching in that arm. Then we'll windmill down. Frame that front foot. Kick that front foot back to meet the back. Downward facing dog. Rolling forward to plank. Releasing your knees, chest and chin to the mat. Inhaling for a low cobra, or upward facing dog. And press back to down dog. 3 breaths in downward facing dog. And your next exhale, you can hop or step forward. You're going to forward fold at the front of the mat. When you're ready, you can gently roll up to stand. All right, we're going to do a couple balancing poses now. One pose, both sides of the feet. Go ahead and wake up the bottoms of the feet. Give them a little punch. Both bottoms. You can rock back and forth and really feel all 4 corners of the feet gluing down into the mat. And when you're ready, we'll take one heel, we'll come into tree pose. You can kickstand your heel against your ankle. You can press your foot against your calf. You can bring your heel in against your inner thigh. Whatever's comfortable for you. And if you fall out of it, no big deal. You meant to do that. Your arms can be branches blowing in the breeze. It can be on your hips, anywhere you want to be. Breathing here. And you can release that foot from your leg. You can bring that knee out in front. You can straighten your leg, raise it up, maybe a little higher, maybe a little higher, and let it go. Give the massage to that muscle on the outside of the leg. Planting that opposite foot down, you can kickstand that ankle, heel to ankle. You can place your foot on the calf. You can press your foot into your inner thigh, whatever works for you. Place your hands on your hips. You can be branches blowing in the breeze or at heart center. You're ready to release your foot from your leg. Bring your knee out in front. Extend your leg. Bring that foot a little higher, a little higher, a little higher. And let it go. Give a little massage to that standing leg. I felt a little kick, kick. We'll come back to mountain pose at the front of the mat. Inhale up for Urdhva Hastasana, reaching your hands into the sky, tucking those ribs back in. Exhaling to fold forward all the way down. Plant your hands, step back to plank pose. Lower your knees, chest and chin, and run through your vinyasa. Inhaling up for a low cobra, upward facing dog, and pressing back to down dog. Lifting that right leg into the air, three-legged dog. Bending that knee, bringing that heel towards the bum. This time we're going to bring the shin forward and set up for pigeon pose. Make sure that leg is straight out back behind you. Maybe this foot is in line with this hip, heel to hip. Flex your feet or point your toe, point your back toe, excuse me. Give yourself any support you may need. Lift your head into the air and exhale to come down to pigeon pose. On your next inhale, you can lift your head, neck, and chest into the air. You can come back into a tabletop pose if you'd like. Give your butt hips a little shake out. We'll press back to downward facing dog. Optional vinyasa here. You can roll forward to plank, lower your knees, chest, and chin to the mat. Inhale for a low cobra, upward facing dog. Press back to down dog. From here, we'll lift that left leg in the air, three-legged dog. Bend your knees, swing that shin forward. Help it if you need to. Make sure that leg is straight out back behind you. Mine is always on an angle. Lift your head, neck, and chest into the air and fold forward for pigeon pose. When you're ready to lift your head, neck, and chest, remove any props you may have, wiggle your butt back, wiggle your butt back to a tabletop pose. And tuck the back toes under, come into a downward facing dog. Roll forward, plank for your last vinyasa, always optional. Lower your knees, chest, and chin to the mat. Inhale for a low cobra or upward facing dog, and press back to down dog. From here, we'll roll forward to plank, lower your knees, and just come down to the mat. We're gonna roll onto our backs. We're gonna come into a gentle inversion, whatever that may mean to you. If you have a block, you can place it under your sacrum and lift your hips in the air. If you'd like to do a supported shoulder stand, you can always grab the back of your hips and lift your body into the air, supporting yourself with your hands on your back. You can simply lift your legs in the air. You can place your legs against the wall. That can be quite intense of a stretch. But when you got into your gentle inversion, if you'd like an added challenge, you can do that internal and external rotation of your legs from your thighs. Socket. You can flex your feet to do this. You can point your toes. You can work with both. If you'd like, you can isolate that movement to just the ankles, maybe the knees, and then the hips and the thighs. Rotating the legs in the socket. When you're ready, you can bring your legs back to the mat, get rid of any props you may have. Bring the feet to the mat and gently windshield wiper out your legs. Back and forth. You can actually bring your feet about as wide as the mat or wider. So when you windshield wiper, maybe your knees go all the way down to the mat. It's okay if your hips come off the ground. From here, we're gonna hug those knees into the chest. Nice and tight. And we'll drop them down for our bridge poses. If you have a block, you can place it between your thighs or your knees here. It helps with active bridges. On your next inhale, we'll lift the, we will tuck the tailbone under and lift our hips off the ground. Option to kind of wiggle your shoulder blades underneath you here. Take 3 to 5 good breaths in a nice strong bridge pose. You can remove your shoulder blades, bring that spine back to the mat, remove any blocks you may have. Gently windshield wiper out those knees. Nice wide stance here. We'll do 2 more like that, placing a block in between your knees if you have one. Tucking that tailbone under and lifting that pelvis into the air. Option to bring those shoulder blades underneath you. Bring it back down, give your legs a little shake back and forth. When you're ready, you can come into your last active bridge pose. Tucking that tailbone under, lifting those hips into the air, wiggling your shoulder blades underneath you. 3 to 5 good breaths in bridge. Don't know what this is, please continue. Coming out of your plank. You haven't already. Windshield wipering those knees back and forth. Hugging those knees into the chest nice and tight. Releasing them back down to the mat. From here, we'll bring the right ankle onto the left leg. Lift the left leg in the air. Interlace your hands behind your left leg and straighten that leg nice and tall. You can work on pointing and flexing the toe here. From here, you can grab onto that bent knee. You can press the knee away from you. You can pull that elbow forward. And holding onto that bent knee, we're just going to do 3 leg lifts here. Dropping the leg down, bringing it back up. You can work on pointing your toe to bring it down, flexing that foot to bring it back up. Pointing the toe to bring it down, flexing to bring it back up. I'm going to do 5. Pointing that toe down, flexing it back up. And 1 more, pointing the toe down and flexing it back up. From here, you can bend that knee again, place it back down onto the mat, release your leg, give your knees a little windshield wiper back and forth. We'll bring the left leg to, or the left ankle to the right leg. Bring that leg into the air, interlace your legs behind that. Point your toe, flex your foot. We're going to grab onto the bent leg. Hold it in nice and tight. Find that stretch here. We'll point the toe, release that leg down. Flex the foot to lift it back up. Point your toe, release your leg down. Flex your foot, bring it back up. Point the toe down, flex up. Point your toe down. 1 more, flexing up here, point your toe down, and flex back up. Bending that knee, bringing that leg in nice and tight. You can release both legs down, do a nice little windshield wiper. This time we will hug the knees into the chest and drop them down to one side for a nice gentle twist. Your arms can be out to the sides. They can be cartoon cactus arms. You can have one hand on your knees. You can cross your legs here if you'd like. Next inhale, we'll bring the knees back to center. Go ahead and exhale down to the other side. Your next inhale, come back to center. This time you can play with the happy baby. Bring comes to the soles of the feet. Rock back and forth. Whatever pose you'd like to get in. When you're ready, you can release your feet from your hands and come into your final resting pose. Close your eyes and let all your hard work come into your muscles and bones. can begin to make small movements in your fingers and toes. You can roll onto one side using your arm as a pillow and make a breath in the fetal position. And then using that same slow quality of movement, come up to a comfortable seat. We'll close with one Om. Go ahead and bring your hands to heart center. Inhaling for Om. Om. Na, samasta, Sukhino, Bhavantu. Namaste.